Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you like perfume and also if you like ASMR, you are in a good place for our video today. And I can make you a creative custom ASMR video if you'd like, so check the link to my website in the description. Alright, so today I am reviewing this is by the brand Dossier and it's called Ambery Saffron. This is an imitation scent for the very popular fragrance called Baccarat Rouge 540 by the brand Maison Francis Cardigan. I feel like it might be, like, if not the, at least one of the most popular fragrances that I've ever heard of, if not the Baccarat Rouge 540. It's very, very expensive, so there's been a lot of dupes made of it. One, because it's very expensive, two, because people really like it a lot. So, cool thing is I happen to have a sample of Baccarat Rouge 540. So, I actually will be able to compare this right now. And I have as well a sample of the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. So, it's just like a basically like a denser, slightly different formulation, but like denser, stronger of the original 540. So I've got all three of these and we're going to be talking about them today. The reason I'm doing this video is that I just resold this on my Mercari. It's a great fragrance. I was never unhappy with it. All of the Baccarat, all of, the actual Baccarat and the dupes and the things that smell like Baccarat are, for whatever reason, just not quite feeling right for me. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I really like them, but they just are not quite fitting right for me at this stage, and maybe that'll change in the future. But it was kind of the same as I felt around Ariana Grande Cloud, because that one I would say is in the Baccarat Rouge 540 realm. It's not a dupe, but it's in the realm. And it was the same thing where I was like, I like it, but it just doesn't feel quite like me. That one's definitely even like sweeter and a little bit more synthetic smelling, but this is just a straight up dupe imitation. Alright, and I did try to dress on theme for this video, so I've just got on this like kind of beige shirt. This fragrance kind of has like a gold, yeah, the bottle's like gold and red. I guess I could have worn something red as well, but I just wasn't thinking about that. But I don't know what Baccarat means, but rouge obviously means red. So, yeah, and then I've got these dangly gold earrings. So, that is the look for our video today. Okay, so let's see. Dossiers, well, some of their fragrances are on fragrantica.com, but this one isn't. So I'm just on the Dossier website. Dossier, this brand makes, that's all they do. They make imitation scents of like typically like popular and or expensive fragrances. So they've got some really good ones on there, I think, but honestly I haven't tried that many. Well, I have some of one other that I'll talk about later. I decanted it into this. This is a dupe for Tom Ford Black Orchid. But yeah, so I'm on the Dossier website and I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the notes. Oh my gosh, they're right here on the bottle as well. So I guess there's no need for looking at the website. But anyway, so the top notes, we've got 3 top notes, and they are saffron, orange, and saffron and orange blossom. Sorry, so 2 notes. I lied. Saffron and orange blossom. And I already sprayed it, so it's right here on this little, I don't know what bridge that is, but bridge. So I feel like I'm still not super familiar with saffron. I mean, I have a vague idea, and I've actually used the cooking spice before, but I think I'm definitely getting some saffron. I'm just saying I'm not like super familiar with that note, but I think I'm definitely getting some saffron. Okay, not really so much orange blossom, I don't think. Okay, and then in our middle notes, we've got 3 middle notes, and they are jasmine, plum, and cedarwood. I feel like I'm maybe getting a touch of jasmine, maybe a touch of cedarwood. And then in our base notes, we've got also 3 base notes, and they are oak moss, fir balsam, just like a resin from the fir tree, and then amber. Okay, so definitely getting the amber and the fir balsam. So I would say the top 3 notes I'm getting from this are saffron, amber, and fir balsam. Also maybe some jasmine. Yeah, but it's like a very, all of these fragrances, the Baccarat dupe type ones, they're like a very like airy, brown sugary amber. They're like sweet but not overly sweet. They're kind of unisex, but to me I would say they lean more feminine. Yeah, they're like a sweet, airy, spun sugary, brown sugary type of smell. A little bit aromatic because of like that fir balsam. Very likable. Probably a fairly safe blind buy, I would think. Yeah. And when people have smelled this before, like I've had some female friends over at my house that have smelled this, they always like it. So anyway, so that is Ambery Saffron. And now I wanted to briefly touch on both the original as well as the extrait from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So I sprayed those as well. And I'm going to go ahead and first smell. Oh, that's cute. Little flowers. I'm going to first smell the original 540. And I compared it to the Dossier. I will say that I think the 540 is a little bit stronger than the Dossier, but I did get this bottle like 3 years ago, so it's possible it might have lost a little bit of strength or something. I don't know how old this sample is, of course, but so I'll just smell these once more again. I mean, honestly, they're so similar. I really cannot tell you. I think on paper, with just one spray each, like I really cannot detect a difference. However, I think if I were to like spray one side of my body and skin and the other, I could probably give you a better comparison. But the point is, they're pretty similar. And I think unless you're really into perfumes and you have like a really good nose, you might not notice a difference. That's my take on it, at least. And like obviously I'm no perfume expert, but they smell pretty dang similar to me. So I think that the brand Dossier did a good job with duping this one. Okay, and then lastly, let's go ahead and smell the Extrait de Parfum, this little one, which is like basically empty, but I got a spray out of it. So like I said, this is a higher concentration, and it actually has different notes than the Baccarat Rouge 540. The notes for Baccarat Rouge 540, by the way, they are a little different than the Dossier. They read saffron, jasmine, amberwood, ambergris, fir resin, and cedar. So they're like pretty much the same. The two ambery notes are amberwood and ambergris, whereas in this one it's just amber, which is not actually like an ingredient, but it's like a note to encompass those ambery smells. So it's basically the same, although this one does have the addition of orange blossom, oak moss, and plum, which I feel like are just not really, I'm not really getting those, but yeah. Okay, so the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum does have slightly different ingredients. So it has the saffron, it has the cedar, the jasmine, the ambergris, but it has bitter almond, woody notes, and musk, and it doesn't have the amberwood note, so it's a little bit different. It almost has like a touch of like spiciness to it. I don't know why, but it's definitely stronger. It's not that different. Like if I smelled this on a person, I'd probably just assume it was the original, but it's stronger. I feel like I maybe get a touch of that like bitter almond somehow, and it almost, like I says, it kind of has like a spiciness to it that I feel the original doesn't have quite as much. So yeah, it's really nice. It's definitely the strongest, so if you want something to last, you can get this. Of course, it's more expensive, so yeah. And I would honestly say, to me, these two smell way more alike than these two. Like, I can detect the differences in these two more, so, which makes sense. It's like an actually different concentration and everything, different notes. Okay, so one last thing before I wrap up this video, I did just want to touch on the one other Dossier fragrance that I have, and it's not in the original bottle because I sprayed out a decant from the original bottle that looked just like this, and I sold the rest of the bottle on Mercari. I did that because this one is Spicy Orchid, that's what it's called, unless they changed the name. But anyway, it's a dupe for Tom Ford Black Orchid, which is another expensive, popular kind of unisex fragrance. The reason I made a decant is because I like it, but it's so strong that I just thought I would rarely wear it, and that like two sprays would be enough. I wore this out to dinner once. I think I gave myself like 2 or 3 sprays, and it was like too much. So it's very strong. It's not my typical scent profile, but if nothing else, I just kind of like to smell it as it is. I just don't even know the next time I will wear this, but I kind of like, oh, it got on my hands. I kind of just like smelling it. I don't know. It's very spicy. I think it's got like a plum note or something. Definitely like an orchid. It's like a dark, gourmandy, spicy, sexy. It's really nice. Like maybe a little woody. It's so good. So I do like this one. It's heavier. It's not my typical scent profile. Will I ever wear that again? Like maybe once. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that is my review of Dossier's Ambery Saffron. I do really like it. I think it's a good dupe. I think it's like $30 or $40. there might be better dupes out there. I don't know. This is the only dupe I think that I've ever tried, so I can't tell you like what is the best dupe, but I just don't think this is a bad dupe. I think it's a pretty good dupe, and I think that only like a real perfume expert would be able to like tell a big difference. Or like I said, if I sprayed this on half of me and Baccarat on the other half of me, I think I could give you a better description of like what's different and the longevity and all that, but I just didn't do that. So on paper they smell very similar. Alright everybody, so that's my review of Dossier Ambery Saffron. Sending you all peace, love, beauty, and harmony, and I will catch you all again soon. Okay, bye.